Ladies and gentlemen, this right here is my 2024 Tesla Model Y. I've owned it for just a little over a year, and I've put almost 14,000 miles on it so far. And I have quite a few things that I want to say about my experience. But instead of just kind of rambling, I decided to go and source the internet for some of the most frequently asked questions when it comes to Model Y ownership. And I'll just go question by question and let you know my thoughts. The first question is, what has your real world range been like compared to Tesla's advertised range? Now, for me, I think when I first got it, I was actually averaging around 285 at the top. And now when I do a complete full charge to 100% battery, I am at 273. Now, granted, I have charged to 100% far too many times. And if you're familiar, it will warn you every single time to not exceed the charging limit. When you have a Tesla, you should be charging to 80% for daily driving unless you're going for a long range trip. Now, for whatever reason, I just feel the need to completely destroy the battery and go up to 100%. But as you can see, it really hasn't had much effect. I've dropped about 10 to 15 miles over an entire year. How much has your electricity bill increased since owning the car? Now, funny thing is, I'm in an apartment where I can charge for free. So yeah, my bill has not gone up at all. And that is one of the main reasons why I love this car so far. Also, there's a love bug here. Why are you making love on my Tesla? Get out of here, buddy. Next question, how does Model Y handle long road trips? Are superchargers convenient, or do they add too much time to your trip? So everyone and their mother wants to talk about this. Oh, I would never own one because, oh my God, a road trip turns from 7 hours to 55 because the charges are crazy. The longest trip I have done is Raleigh to Orlando. Technically, my buddy was driving because I was driving the moving truck, but we did stop 3 times. We probably only needed to stop twice because we didn't even get a full charge every single time, but it just kind of worked. I had to get gas anyway, really wasn't a big deal, and maybe added 2 hours to the trip, but we were not going full speed anyway. If we wanted to, we could get away with 2 charges and really be super efficient, but I was driving a slow ass moving truck. I was capped at 80 miles per hour. It was a whole thing. Now, I have taken this from Orlando to St. Augustine, and I did stop at a Buc-ee's on the way. It wasn't a necessity. If I would have charged full, I could have probably gone there and back because we were walking around St. Augustine. We weren't driving around, but we did stop at a Buc-ee's because, you know, bussies, it's a great place. So it really isn't inconvenient. However, we do opt to take my girlfriend's Jeep when we're going to like Fort Myers, which is like 3+ hours, or when we went to Miami or Fort Lauderdale, something like that. Not necessarily because I'm afraid to charge, but I do think, you know, I'd rather not have to stop when I could just blow through a 3-4 hour drive straight. Superchargers, though, are very, very convenient, I will say. What's the charging experience like at home versus public chargers? I mean, yeah, public, they're going to cost more. They're going to take longer. Obviously, supercharger being the exception. You go there, you're in and out 30+ minutes, and you're fine. Now, I have parked at like Disney World, for instance. That's super nice. You get all the way up at the front of the park. It's not super expensive. I've parked at Disney Springs. That was actually decently expensive. So yeah, if you want that, you're more so paying for convenience than you are for the actual charging, because it just kind of gets you in a better parking spot, truthfully. Have you experienced phantom braking or any weird autopilot issues? So firsthand, I can tell you full self-driving, I've only done about 30 minutes of letting the car drive completely on its own and really had almost no issues. I just don't trust it, and I like driving, so it wasn't super exciting for me, but I wanted to try it out during the trial. Now, as far as auto steer, which is what most people think is autopilot, yeah, I mean, it's totally fine. It gets the job done. But again, I like driving, and I'm more efficient kind of doing my thing than I am just letting auto steer do it. But if I'm stuck in traffic or something, it's nice to know that that option does exist. How is the ride quality and comfort compared to other cars you've owned? Personally, I think this is the best. I've been in everything from a truck to a Mustang to somewhere in between, and I just think this is the best ride ever. Of course, you're not getting a lot of road noise. It's super, super smooth. It's just an easy ride, and personally, I'm a big fan. How well has the build quality held up? Any rattles, panel gaps, or issues with materials? I do have 2 things to mention here. Now, honestly, no issues. Panel gaps, I remember the first day I got it, I was like, there's gonna be something around here. Nothing, really nothing. They've gone above and beyond with fixing that issue because, let's be real, there were a lot of issues. Now, with this car specifically, I can't find any. I'm sure if you took your time, you'd probably find something, but I couldn't. With that said, inside the center console, it seems to stick sometimes when I pull it up, and it doesn't seem to get a great close. So next time I get service, I will definitely bring that up. Additionally, right here where the rear view mirror is, that seems to rattle at the most random times. And if I push in, it kind of makes like a snap, crackle, pop sound, and it stops. So comes and goes, kind of like my future, but yeah, it's really not too bad. What is the biggest learning curve when switching to a Tesla? The regenerative braking. So that is basically needing only the accelerator. If you let go of the accelerator, the car will come to a stop. It's very simple. It's like driving a golf cart. For some reason, people find it to be extremely intimidating, but I promise with just 5 minutes of driving, you will feel like it is the better option compared to driving a normal car. Personally, I just hate when I have to switch to a normal car because I don't like using the brake. When I'm in this car, I'm not braking all that often because letting go of the accelerator does the job, and that's super nice. One pedal driving, 10 out of 10. One of the other learning curves would be the interior, more so just having a screen compared to everything else, but that kind of goes into the next question. Are you good, guy? Can you hear that? Anyways, does the minimalist interior feel premium or does it sometimes feel too basic? Now, most people are like, oh, I would never get one of them. You know, they don't have all the information I need, no clusters on that. It's just a screen. I just don't believe in that, you know? And I get that if you feel that way, but you just are closed-minded, you don't want to give it a shot, because I promise you, most of those clusters, talking about your oil health and all these random things, you don't actually look at every day, okay? But the screen really just keeps all of the most important things within a quick glance to your right, which you're doing anyway. I know, Sally, you're sitting there on your phone texting the entire time, but seriously, a quick glance at the screen and you can see all the pertinent information. That's it. That's all you need to see. I swear people just harp on that so much. You're like, I don't think I could drive that thing. There's just a screen in there. I'm not technologically advanced. You don't need to be. I promise you. It is very, very straightforward. I get it. It is weird, right? The first time you're in a Tesla and you look at it and you think, wow, there's nothing on the dashboard except for a screen. Yeah, it is alarming and it is something that takes time to get used to, but that does not mean that it's a bad idea, okay? Because you have to give it a shot. By the way, shout out to Tessery. I believe that's how you say it. They sent me this carbon fiber spoiler that looks really badass. It took 2 seconds to put on, and now it looks like I have a performance edition. But seriously, I love it, and I'll leave a link to it down below. I also have a video that I made almost a year ago of all my favorite Tesla Model Y accessories, and truly love every single one of those still. I don't have anything bad to say about them. Those are all still in my car and I use them every single day. So I'll leave a link to that down below. Also, shout out to today's sponsor.
Beat the heat in your Tesla with this video's sponsor, T-Parts. First up, the windshield umbrella. It pops open, bends into place, and blocks UV rays without damaging your interior. Easy open, easy close, total protection. Next, the roof sunshade. It fits perfectly, won't sag, and blocks over 99.9% of UV and infrared rays, keeping your cabin cooler and your interior safe. And for extra privacy, the side window curtain installs cleanly and adjusts exactly where you want it. Thanks to T-Parts for sponsoring this video. Check out their products using the link down below.
Have Tesla's over-the-air updates improved the car, or have they introduced new problems? Zero problems. It's fun. It's exciting. It's like Christmas Day every time an update comes out. Sometimes it's basically nothing, especially things that pertain to you. But then there are things that you're like, oh my God, that's actually kind of a big deal. And for me, I've had nothing but great experiences with the updates, except for one thing in particular. And if you have a Model Y, I don't know if it's on the Model 3, but if you have the Model Y, tell me if you agree. When you go to the backup camera now, the rear view camera, they expanded the FOV, the field of view. So it is extremely wide angle, which is great for safety because I can see literally everything from here to Maine in the back of my camera. However, it feels a little off. And because it's a little distorted, I feel like I'm not trusting it as much. However, with the previous version, I was whipping in the backing spots and it was 10 out of 10 every single time. Kind of like before, this question says, how's the touchscreen experience? Is it annoying to use for basic functions like adjusting the AC or opening the glove box? Again, it is not. It seems like it. It does seem intimidating, but I promise you, once you use it, it's very straightforward. It's like when you got grandma an iPhone. She's like, oh, I'm not going to be able to use this. Next thing you know, she's FaceTiming you at 3 a.m. and you're like, what are you doing? Seriously though, so simple. I do think that it could be somewhat frustrating to have to hold a button or do a voice command or press a button on the screen to actually open your glove box. That part I agree with. I think the glove box should still have a physical button. And again, I'm not team like everything needs to be digital. I need to be able to scan it with my left ass cheek and that opens the glove box for safety. Like, I'm not like that, okay? I actually think it would be great if we had more physical touch within the car. However, it's very straightforward. Anything from your wipers, your seat, AC, whatever, you name it, it's all there and it's all so simple. And I actually am a huge fan of how you adjust the AC to point at you or separate a little bit. It's very intuitive, and I personally find it to be better than a normal car because I'm getting the air exactly where I want it. How's the cargo space and practicality for daily use? I mean, it's the Model Y, it's not the Model 3. You're gonna fit way more in here. Pretty straightforward. I mean, look at it. It's a car. Just because, you know, it's electric and it drives by itself doesn't mean that now all of a sudden the trunk isn't as functional. It's not like I have to, you know, hack the mainframe to get access to my trunk. The seats lay down. Everything is like a normal car. So yeah, I mean, it's very practical. Have you had any issues with Tesla service, and how easy is it to get things fixed? I have had to go to Tesla service once, and that's because the speaker, I believe in the driver door or somewhere in my area, blew out. Totally fine. Happens in most cars. And yeah, I mean, they replaced it instantly. It took about an hour, and that was it. I had a working speaker, and I've had no issues with the speaker since then. And that was really it. It was a great experience. I did have to drive to a Tesla service station. Now, I will say, when I lived in North Carolina, I did have an appointment set, and it was a mobile appointment. They were going to come to the house and replace the speaker for me. However, the person was sick the day of, which was a little frustrating, and they canceled it, and they said, hey, we can reschedule it. And the rescheduling didn't work with my schedule because I was actually moving to Florida. So I just waited because it wasn't a big deal, and I got it fixed. So pretty simple. How does the Model Y perform in extreme weather conditions like hot summers or cold winters? Well, I have not experienced cold winters. However, I have experienced hot summers, very, very hot summers here in Orlando, and I have not seen anything in relation to the weather affect my Tesla, so can't really speak to any problems. But I can say that I did experience a hurricane. I don't remember the name of it. It wasn't super relevant to me. I'm not trying to downplay its effect to other people, but yeah, I mean, I didn't go driving in the hurricane, so I can't really answer this question. Are you actually saving money compared to a gas car? Yeah, I don't pay to charge my car. And I'm no mathematician, but zero versus literally any dollar amount is better. So that's pretty good. Plus, I have supercharged a few times and charged at other places, but probably less than $200 in the year that I've owned this. And that's pretty damn good because I've charged in many weird places, especially when I'm in a pinch. But yeah, I also have referral credit. So if I supercharge, I'm not actually paying for it because my brother bought one through me, and then my other brother bought one, and then my other brother bought one. Literally all three of my brothers have Teslas now, which is pretty funny. Would you buy another Tesla, or would you consider an EV from another brand? As far as other brands go, definitely not. I have zero interest in that. I will say that I think if I do get another EV, it's going to be a Tesla. And truthfully, I think that's kind of all I want from here on out. I really fell in love with the whole Tesla family, and I have nothing bad to say about it, truthfully. The amount of people that I've recommended Teslas to is insane. Constantly, I'm always telling people, yeah, they're so good right now. Like, they're just great. And the prices are really, really good. I got this at a wonderful price, and I have zero regrets. Now, I am holding out hope that they will offer a longer range soon enough. I am kind of interested in the Juniper. I don't know. I've seen a couple of them around me in person, and the body style, it's taking time for me to get used to, but it's not so drastic where I'm not a hater. Who knows? Maybe I'll get a Cybertruck and be violently assaulted for owning one. If you had to do it all over again, would you still buy the Model Y? Absolutely. Zero regrets. I tell people all the time that they should get one. Seriously, zero regrets. Oh, check that out. The name of my Tesla, by the way, is White Lightning. So that was pretty fitting what we just saw there. A little bit of lightning in the distance. If you are a Tesla owner, let me know what your name is. And if you want to get one, let me know what you would name it in the comments down below. If for some reason you want to use my referral link to purchase your Tesla, I'll leave a link to that down below in the description, and that would be greatly, greatly appreciated. Aside from that, that's really all I got for you. I'm a huge fan of my Tesla. The only negative thing that I thought of after filming was the fact that the front end catches every single bug known to man. Seriously, it is a murder machine. Anyways, thanks for watching. I'm Matt Philly, and you're not. Get out of my face. Have a great day, and I'll catch you on the flippity flop.
Thank you for watching Swashing on YouTube. I hope you enjoyed watching. If not, then fuck you. Please hit subscribe because my channel is dead. Jesus Christ, man, that's just really sad.